Hi, my name is Sueann and I'm part of the Fertility Support SG. We are a group of ladies who experience fertility issues ourselves, and we decide to come together to provide support to couples who are also facing infertility issues themselves. 1.5 months after I got married, we went through a full body checkup, and that's when I found out that I have a 7 cm ovarian cyst. I went through surgery, and during the surgery, my doctor actually realized that both of my fallopian tubes are blocked. So he did mention that I might not be able to conceive naturally. After getting married for 1 year, we were trying naturally because praying for a miracle, right? And of course, nothing happened. So we went to seek help from a fertility specialist, and that's when he mentioned he can try to unblock my tubes. So I went through another surgery, and during the surgery, the doctor did mention that the tubes are severely blocked and there's no way to unblock the tubes. So during that surgery, I removed both sides of my tubes, and therefore I cannot conceive naturally anymore. So at 28 years old, I started my IVF journey. I thought that, okay, although I do not have any tubes, I think it will be easy for me because I was only 28 then. And I was quite wrong actually. So the first retrieval that I went through, although I have 14 eggs, only 7 were fertilized, and I only had 3 embryos. Because I was really young and we knew that we wanted more than 1 child, we decided to do another retrieval to bank embryos. But during the second retrieval, we only retrieved 13 eggs and only managed to get 2 embryos, which is, I was really quite disappointed because I thought that, I could get more embryos since I'm young. So I didn't want to do another retrieval again. I decided to do a frozen transfer, and that's when we tried our frozen transfer and it failed. My first failure, I was really very disappointed because, I thought that there's nothing wrong with me and there should not be anything wrong with me, and I should be able to conceive, right? So that transfer failed. Then we went through our second transfer, and the second transfer also failed. So I was thinking to myself, is it my body? Is my body broken or something? Like a broken oven. And with that, my doctor decided to send me for further testing, and we did a recurrent pregnancy loss panel. And that's when we found out that I actually have another condition that affects implantation and might affect miscarriages. And that condition is Anti-Phospholipid Syndrome. That is actually a blood clotting condition that is an autoimmune disease actually. It does affect the embryo. It will, the body actually attacks the embryo, and that's when it can affect implantation and also causes miscarriages early and also the later part of the pregnancy. So with that knowledge, I was sent to see a rheumatologist, and the rheumatologist gave me a protocol to adhere to. The third transfer also failed, and by then we were a bit lost already, like, how come keep failing, and then like nothing is working, right? Is it my womb? Is it like, we were like questioning, is it I can't even conceive, is it I can't even conceive at all? So with that, my rheumatologist said, never mind, try again. This time we will add in more medications to lower the immunity, to also make sure that the body is accepting the embryo. By then, I already used up 3 embryos and we only left 2 poor quality embryos. So we decided to try a retrieval, but this time round in a new center. So in a new center, 13 eggs retrieved, 6 fertilized, but this time round we managed to get 5 good quality embryos. We were really very glad and happy. So we tried a fresh transfer because we haven't tried a fresh transfer before, but that also failed. And after that, we tried another transfer, frozen transfer, and that resulted in a miscarriage. The miscarriage was at 7 weeks. There was no heartbeat found. We were very devastated. But that was the only time where I found out that, I can conceive. So although, yes, we were very sad, it was a loss, but we held on to this hope, hoping that the next embryo is normal. We knew that the embryo was not normal because we sent it for chromosome testing. So with that knowledge, we said, okay, let's try again. By then, we had 4 more embryos in the new center, and that's when we tried again in April 2018. After failing like 4 transfers, my confidence in myself was really low. I was even thinking of different methods. I didn't know who to turn to because most of my friends and family, they were popping like rabbits. Like nobody had any issue around me. So I actually went to a few forums and to see whether there were people who had my condition and wanted to find success stories there. And that's when I got to know some ladies who also went through the same journey as me. And that really brought comfort to me. So in 2018, April, we did our 5th transfer, and thank God that was a success. And in December 2018, my daughter was born. Actually, a few years ago, right? It's not like now. I think now people are more open in their journey. There are more Instagram accounts who are sharing their IVF journey openly. Previously, there were really not a lot. And it does provide support. Like you know that you're not alone. And I think that's very important. Imagine like you're going through this difficulty in your infertility journey, and then it seems like, I'm the only one here. It really feels very lonely. You tend to go into like a dark place, and it is where like these support groups like ours, or even on Instagram, these accounts, they will start to spur you on, like, hey, try again, don't give up. Sometimes I know don't give up is a very easy term to say, like to tell somebody to don't give up. Yeah, it can come off as like, you talk so easy. But coming from somebody who is also going through this journey, it's a bit different from somebody who didn't. So I think if you have been trying for at least a year, do seek help. Do go and look for a fertility specialist, go for your fertility checks, because you will really never know if there is an issue. Infertility is really an illness, and I think it's okay to seek help. There's no need to be ashamed of your condition or your spouse condition. And for those who have been like failing in your journeys, listen to yourself first, and it's very important to actually also have self-love first. It's okay to take breaks. do give yourself a break and then come back into this journey and try again. And I really, really hope that one day you will get your babies in your arms.